everyone, thank you for joining me today. In front of me I have the Erin Condren Daily Binder that I purchased a couple of months ago. This is actually my first EC life planner, but I have used her teacher planners for a few years now. When the stay-at-home order was put in place and I had to start teaching from home, I needed something to help me plan my day and be a little bit more productive. I feel like planning this way keeps me busy and it also keeps me sane throughout all of this. And I love the daily layout. Here's today's layout. I like having the hours. It helps me keep a daily routine and I can write down my husband's meetings. He usually has different meetings at different times, and I even make sure I know when I can't be too loud. I also like having the to-do list on the same page as the hourly. There's a lot of space to do whatever you want with it. I do wish that there was more to-dos, but as you can see, I filled out this to-do today, but you can always continue that with these blank spaces. The binder is definitely very pretty and I thought I would love using it, but I realized that on my desk I usually have my laptop, my iPad for writing notes for my students, my teacher planner, and I would like my life planner there as well. And there's no way I have the space for all of that in the same spot. I also can't take out a page easily because these rings make me a little nervous. I don't like opening them from the middle. I'm used to those tabs that help open the rings in normal binders. I also wanted to insert more notes pages, but they were completely sold out when I bought this. And I would like to insert my own pages as well, a little bit more easily and a little bit freely. I know she came out with the hole punch for the binder, but from recent reviews, it doesn't seem to be as easy to use as we might expect or as we might want. So I actually had a problem with some of the original pages that I was sent. So the great EC team sent me more inserts and I suddenly had a lot of pages to play with and try different things to make it work a little bit better for me. So I grabbed the punch that I already owned for my notebooks and I was determined to make this planner work for me. And I cannot believe how well it ended up working. It is perfect. This is a Erin Condren cover and this is very pretty. It's one of my favorite ones. The pages in here flip perfectly. I can take a page out very easily. And I do this especially when I'm using my stamps close to the rings. So like here, you can insert a page really easily. I can flip it over and it's actually easier to write on without the rings of the binder and then also the coil, I'm sure, because I found that to be true with the teacher planner. It's much easier to write on with these rings than it is with the big coil. I can still use the interchangeable covers and the accessories. So this is a bookmark from Erin Condren that I punched to fit and it flips nicely. I also have some sticky notes in the front that I punched and those fit nice. And I do know that Erin Condren just came out with the Daily Duo, but there's still the issue of flexibility for me. Now that I'm using these daily pages, I find myself wanting the weekly pages as well. So I actually ordered the vertical weekly binder during launch last week, and I plan to combine them into one of these ring planners. I know a lot of other planners want to do that with the coiled daily and coiled weekly, and I feel like this is much easier to accomplish with the rings because uncoiling and recoiling, though not terribly difficult, it is time consuming and can actually be difficult and intimidating for anyone who hasn't done it before. For this, all I have to do is use my punch, and if I change my mind, instead of recoiling again, I just take it out, whatever I don't intend to use. So let me go ahead and show you how I was able to do this. So first you will need the binder inserts, whichever ones you choose to put in your planner, discs, and the Tul hole punch. And these are all linked below in the description. Now the discs that I'm using are the Tul aluminum 1-inch. This is a silvery gunmetal color, and I have these also in this really pretty light rose gold color. Here's that same silver, dark silver color that I have on mine. There's also a gold color one. They have many pretty rings available like these. They also have these clear ones. So this is one of my notebooks, and it's this really pretty transparent clear. And then they also have something like this, which is more of a white clear. This is actually an Erin Condren cover that I put on my notebook. Right now the rings that I'm using fit about 3 months worth of the daily pages. As you can see, there's a little bit of space left for some more pages to be added, but this works well with 3 months, and that works well for me because that's as much as I really want to be carrying around. Not like I'm going anywhere, but that's keeping it pretty thin and it's keeping it not as heavy. But they do have some larger rings like 1.5 or 2 inches. So for the pages on the punch, I set it to 8.5, which is the last tick mark there. Okay, let me go to 8.5. And then I moved this guide 2 more clicks to the left. Now I know that there is no label for those 2 clicks, but you can definitely feel and hear when you're doing 2 more. So there's 8.5 and then 1, 2. Okay, so you can definitely feel it and you can hear it as well. So let me try that one more time. 8.5. And there we go. So that's the setting that you want for the pages. Now when you insert your page, you're gonna wanna make sure that's inserted all the way and then it doesn't get stuck. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it. It should touch the back guide of each punch. And also notice the orientation of my paper. I'm doing it upside down. And I do it this way because the rings are more centered if this is how I punch them. And that's just how I found works a little bit better. So I'm gonna go ahead and slide that in. Make sure it's all the way hitting the back and it's not stuck. Making sure I use the bottom guide. And punch really easily. And there we go. Okay, and don't worry if the punch went over the hole that was already there. These are completely fine. It's gonna work when we put them into the binder, so let me show you. So I can just pump that in. Okay, and it flips perfectly. Now I was able to punch 3 pages at a time. I think that that is a good, efficient way of doing it, and this is a really nice heavy duty punch, but these papers are definitely very thick. So I think 3 to 4 pages, maybe even, you can try and see if it works nicely. You'll just have to use more muscle, of course, if you're doing more than that. Unfortunately, I don't have another cover to punch to demonstrate how I did that. It's much more helpful if I start from something that hasn't been punched already to show you how I did it. I ordered a bunch of covers during launch last week, and I just received my shipping notification today. But as soon as I do receive those, I will upload a quick video on how to punch the covers, as well as I want to show you how to do the sticker pages and the folder, because those are punched differently, and this works so well as well. So make sure that if you want to get notified on those videos, to subscribe down below. So this is how you can get that Erin Condren planner to be a little bit more flexible. And like I mentioned before, if you're looking for those daily pages with a weekly layout as well, this is a little bit easier to put together and to take apart if you choose to, and it's a little bit more flexible without losing that quality that we love, those covers of course that we love. And if you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please comment below. And if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more, please like and subscribe. And thanks so much for watching.